Hi everyone, my name is Trevor Haney and this is my presentation on journals for our data collection method, Jigsaw. The first question we had to answer was, how would you describe this data collection technique? What process and procedures are unique to this technique? Journaling can be a very powerful tool in the classroom and a great data collection method. Journaling is a process when students and teachers are able to answer writing prompts, answer questions, free write, review, and reflect while writing. Through journals, you can see students' daily thoughts, perceptions, and experiences in the classroom. Journals allow for reflection on practices and how the students felt when going through experiences. Journaling can get students to reflect and express themselves in a way that worksheets, tests, and interviews may not. There are many different kinds of journaling. The premise is that you chronologically write down your thoughts and expressions. The first one we'll talk about is student journals. Student journals, when collected, allow the teacher to be able to gauge how well the student understands a specific topic, their perceptions, and the overall experiences that they had in the classroom. When used correctly, the teacher is able to get as much, if not more, information from the journals as a homework assignment or a worksheet that the students would need to complete. The students are allowed time to write down their answers to a prompt, and individually, they are able to answer it without interruptions or outside influences, which may not happen in a normal classroom setting. The second is class journals. Class journals are shared amongst the whole class to describe how they are feeling and the knowledge learned. The difference between a student journal and a class journal is that the class journal, all the students are recording their thoughts and experiences in one journal. The students are able to see exactly how all the other students felt, while student journals are more personal and independently done. But students are not the only ones that can have a journal. The last type we'll talk about is the teacher journals. Teachers are also able to have journals where they are able to reflect on their own teaching practices and lessons, or even how they believe the students' understandings were developed. Teachers are able to use their journals to reflect on how well the lesson went and how to better prepare for the next lesson, so that they can improve upon their lessons when they teach it again. The second question was, is it qualitative or quantitative technique, and what types of questions would this technique best answer? Journaling is a qualitative data collection method because it uses words that are descriptive and it is a narrative account. Journals are best used by teachers to understand knowledge gained by students. Journals have the most reflective thoughts, perceptions, and experiences of the students in the classroom. The third question asks, what are some strengths with this data collection technique, and what are some weaknesses? Some strengths to journals are that journals allow the students to be able to be less restrained when expressing themselves. By letting the students respond to questions and reflect on their learning, it lets the students time to prepare responses, which lets the students' confidence grow when responding. Students are also able to put in more information when they write than if they would have to say it in front of the whole class. When completed consistently, journaling is a strong tool that allows the students to really express their thoughts and knowledge. When reviewing the journal, but not grading the journal, the students can provide information about their strengths and weaknesses that they may not be able to express in a normal classroom setting. Weaknesses for journaling is trustworthiness, accuracy, and believability. Students may lie in a journal or may not have an accurate record of what occurred. Students may believe that they have learned a skill or knowledge, however, they may not be as skilled as they believe. As an example, students in my class often believe that they know the parts of the engineering design process. However, when it comes to the test or a worksheet, they generally find that they don't know it as well as they believed. Also, sometimes students just want to say what they think the teacher wants to hear. Because of this, you need to have other methods of assessing students' knowledge other than just relying on the students' journals. Another weakness to journaling is time. Depending upon the prompt the students need to write in their journals, it could take students a long time to write down their thoughts. It is important when journaling that you do not rush the students when they are writing. However, a class is only so long. The last question is, what concerns do I have about this data collection technique from a validity, reliability, and/or ethical perspective? Journals are a great tool when you want them to have students to reflect and think back on the past lesson or day. If a student knows that their journal is going to be read or even graded, the students may only write what they believe the teacher wants to read. The same can be true about most other types of qualitative data collection methods. That is why it is important that the teacher or researcher is able to check the validity when using this method. The more often you use journals, and the more practiced the students are with the use of journals, the more comfortable the students will become with the method. If the researcher or teacher only uses the journals for a short amount of time, the students may use it inappropriately. As stated with the weakness of journaling, it is important that other methods of assessment be used in addition to journaling to ensure students' success. Overall, journaling is a great data collection method when utilized correctly, and checks are in place to validate the accuracy of what the students are writing. Thanks.